Hi, I'm Ozzy from Blame Canada. Happy Easter and welcome to the Blame Canada Easter Special. In today's video, we'll be discussing South Park's one and only Easter episode, the 5th episode of Season 11, Fantastic Easter Special. With Easter landing on 4/20 this year, what better time for our own Fantastic Easter Special? Whether you're chasing eggs full of candy or clouds full of smoke, I hope you'll join us while we talk about South Park's Fantastic Easter Special.
All hail the cute rabbit Snowball!
Hail Snowball!
South Park's Fantastic Easter Special is a hilarious parody of the Da Vinci Code, and it all starts with Stan and his family dyeing eggs when Stan has a few valid criticisms of Easter.
Why do we color eggs?
So that the Easter Bunny can hide them!
Yeah, but why?
Stanley, Easter celebrates the day that Jesus was resurrected after being crucified for our sins.
So we dip eggs in colored vinegar and a giant rabbit hides them?
That's right.
You don't see the missteps in logic with that? Look, I'm just saying that somewhere between Jesus dying on the cross and a giant bunny hiding eggs, there seems to be a gap of information.
And apparently, a few too many questions for some people's liking. I find it so fucking funny how when Stan runs into the house needing help, being chased by the men dressed as Easter bunnies, Randy is in no rush to make sure that Stan's fine.
Anybody home?
Not now, Stanley. I'm on the toilet.
Dad, you gotta help me!
Hang on, I'm taking a crap.
Dad, there's Easter bunnies chasing me!
What?
They chased me from the mall! I don't know what they want! They're coming in!
I really can't overstate how much I laughed when Randy finally did come out and he came out half dressed as a bunny man himself.
Dad, open the door! Dad?
We need to talk, Stan. It's okay, guys. Randy? Yeah. Guess it turns out the kid we're after is my son.
If that's not absurd enough for you, wait a moment, because Randy reveals to Stan that he's a member of an ancient cult that protects the secret of Easter, the Hair Club for Men. And despite being chased by a group of adult men in animal costumes, like some kind of feral pack of stray furries, Stan is still curious about the Hair Club for Men and the secret of Easter. Randy, however, tells Stan that this isn't his secret to share and decides that it's time to bring Stan to his cult meeting. However, just before Stan can finally be told the secret of Easter, all hell breaks loose when fucking ninjas break in with swords, and after Randy gets taken by the ninjas, it's up to Stan to escape with Snowball, a rabbit that the cult worships.
It was there that They found us! Protect Snowball!
Come on, we gotta go! Stan, take Snowball and get out of here!
Where am I supposed to go?
Just get out of here!
Not knowing where else to go, Stan goes to Kyle. Understandably, Stan is still shaken from watching all of that chaos, so he trauma dumps to Kyle, and Kyle's response is a funny reminder that these are meant to be 4th graders. Something easy to forget with how vulgar South Park is, and how much of that vulgarity comes from the children themselves.
Help. What happened? My dad's in a rabbit-worshipping cult called the Hair Club for Men. They protect the secret of Easter, but before they said what it was, they were attacked by ninjas and put me in charge of Snowball. I'm kind of finger painting right now.
We see that the state of Randy and the other men is pretty abysmal, as they're in some kind of fucked up, dark, shady cage before Kyle and Stan, desperate for answers, ask an expert's opinion, Professor Teabag, a parody of Professor Teabing from the Da Vinci Code. And the creators did a great job capturing his mannerisms, which, to be fair, isn't surprising for South Park of all shows, as he explains the lore of the Hair Club for Men.
Of course, the church wouldn't allow Da Vinci to paint Peter as a rabbit, so he painted him as a man, but left clues.
But why would Jesus want a rabbit to run his church?
Because Jesus knew no one man could speak for everyone in a religion. Men can be intolerant. Rabbits are pure. But the Catholic Church buried the truth, put a man in charge, and the Hair Club for Men has been decorating eggs ever since to keep the secret in Da Vinci's painting alive.
Before we are shown that Randy and the other bunny men were being held in the Vatican by the Pope and Bill Donahue, who tells Randy that he has to admit he's wrong or burn in hell before Randy is sent to be tortured.
You must admit you are wrong or burn in hell. It's saying stupid things like that made Jesus want to put a rabbit in charge. Take him to be tortured. Tortured? But Bill, all this torturing and ninjas, it just doesn't seem very Christian. You asked for the help of the American Catholic League. Let us do our job. Take him! No! No, you bunny-hating bastards! Don't do this!
Back with Stan and Kyle at Mr. Teabag's house, Mr. Teabag reveals that Snowball was a descendant of St. Peter, which means that he would be rightful heir to the throne of the Pope, before once again what we now know to be Holy Vatican ninjas bust into Mr. Teabag's house in pursuit of Snowball. After telling the boys to leave out the window, Mr. Teabag gives his life by microwaving Peeps until the microwave exploded, so that the boys can get away. Not all heroes wear capes, some just microwave Peeps for too long.
They found me!
Boys, get out of here! Head to the woods. I'll try to buy you some time. Check upstairs! Kitchen's clear. Try the office! Peeps!
With Mr. Teabag out of the picture, Stan considers giving Snowball to the Pope, and he decides to pray to Jesus before we are shown a live worldwide televised coverage of the Pope, where Bill Donahue is publicly executing the hostages by throwing the bunny men into a giant pot of boiling water, telling the world that the Pope was going to feed the poor with a massive rabbit stew.
As Holy Saturday comes to an end, the Easter Vigil at the Vatican begins. Thousands have turned out to hear the Pope and celebrate the resurrection. For this Easter Vigil, the Pope is also showing his divine grace by feeding the poor with a massive rabbit stew. No! No! No, don't!
Which is a very funny and clever way to show how people can be doing something objectively evil in plain sight, and you wouldn't ever know, because it had been reframed as an act of good. The Pope may be feeding the poor, but I doubt any of them would have eaten if they knew that they were being fed people. I've been poor a lot and never once had to eat a dude. Despite being a member of the Hair Club for Men, or should I say, THC Club for Men, Randy acts without integrity as he tells Stan to give the Pope the rabbit, only to immediately renege on that once Stan had actually done it.
Oh, thank God! Hand it over, Stan! They're gonna kill me! Give him the rabbit! Just hand over the bunny, Stan!
Okay, fine.
Stanley, why did you do that? I would have proudly died for that rabbit.
You said hand over the bunny!
No! That is not the way we're remembering it.
It's a moment that, at least to me, shows when it comes to Randy and Stan, the apple didn't fall far from the tree, and it reminds me of Stan's performance activism in A Cause for Applause. Despite Randy saying he would have died for the rabbit, he clearly would not have chosen to. Oh, and it's super fucked up that Bill Donahue lied to Stan, telling him that they'd let him go if they gave up Snowball, only to immediately not hold up their end of the offer, saying that they should be killed, which even the Pope doesn't understand.
Give him the rabbit! Yes, hand it over.
First, you have to promise you won't hurt it, and that you'll let everybody go.
We promise. We swear it on the cross.
Hey, what the hell?
Bill, we have the rabbit. It's all we need. Don't be soft, your holiness. These whores must be punished in front of everyone.
You swore on the cross, Fatso.
Yeah. Too bad for you. It was a double cross.
After Bill claims it's what Christ would have wanted, Jesus shows up to dispel such notions. Jesus confirms that St. Peter was a rabbit and explains that a rabbit should be Pope, only to be cut off by Bill, who claims that Jesus goes against the church and therefore must die, before Bill takes off the Pope's hat, putting it on himself. And when Jesus asks Bill what his problem is, Bill shows his hand.
You leave me no choice. Take them!
What are you doing?
I am the Pope! You are no longer able to fulfill your duties to the Lord. The Easter Vigil will go on as planned. Every Hair Club member, young and old, will watch as their precious savior dies.
What is your problem, guy?
Lock up those two Jews.
Before Bill walks out wearing the Pope's hat and claims that this year he's going to start by making their rabbit stew 10 times meatier.
No! Listen! We aren't rabbits!
Which is super fucked up because, and I can't stress this enough, the soup is full of people. But that's not all. After Kyle and Jesus are put in a cage for being Jews, Kyle asks Jesus if he has any powers, and Jesus reveals that he only has powers in death, not when he's alive. Before Jesus tells Kyle that the only way they can save the others in time is if Kyle kills him, which obviously Kyle's hesitant to do. However, ultimately seeing no other choice, Kyle chooses to kill Jesus on one very understandable condition.
Son, there is no time. Do it!
Eric Cartman can never know about this.
I understand.
It takes a second for Jesus to go down. It's awful, gross, and super funny.
Happy Easter, Jesus. Jesus?
After Jesus finally goes down, he resurrects, now full of powers, and has a final confrontation with Bill Donahue, explaining that one man can't be the voice of the church, before formally firing him like an absolute badass.
Now! That means I am the voice of God!
Not anymore. I'm removing you from your position.
Before we are shown a scene of Snowball the Rabbit, which was made Pope, and the episode ends.
Impetus operatus reus Domine.
Your Holiness, what should we tell the world about how to run their lives?
I've been Ozzy from Blame Canada. Thank you so much for watching the Blame Canada Easter special. I hope you enjoyed my commentary on South Park's fantastic Easter special. If you want to see more from the Blame Canada channel, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a Blame Canada video. And if you want to see even more Blame Canada, look for Blame Canada Gaming or Blame Canada TV. It's been so much fun. Thanks again for watching. Happy Easter.
My fist to the wall like I'm Danny Phantom. Ghost in the shell, bitch, it really don't matter. I really go ham and I don't need a camera. Lyrical samurai, I'm from Vermont, which is right under Canada. Off of the top shit frothy. Stop it, I can switch flows quick, infinite conscious. Step in my office, scope these frames. Look at my logic, company brain. Set up for profit. Aussie the name blowing up like a rocket. Top shit, Aussies, top shit. Aussie got this, all shit, Aussie drop